Is simply that when we're in our truth or in harmony, or if something is congruent with what's going on in their lives, the arm will stay strong. And if it isn't, it's the bullshit meter. The bullshit shows and the arm just will crash. Where I like to start with the heart of the matter technique is there's three major things that people worry about. People worry about their health, so keep your arm strong. They worry about their relationships, and they worry about their life path. So that's where
What do you think?
That's where her energy. Do you think that might be true?
Yes.
And
We were just discussing. One
like
thing,
say I'm thinking of doing this, but keep your arm up while you say it.
being a singer full time.
It goes really strong. That's something that's really important to her. Is that true?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Are you doing that full time right now?
No.
How does that make you feel?
Like shit.
Yeah. It crashes.
Yeah.
So what's keeping you from being a singer full time right now?
The list is
Give me
so
one
long.
thing.
Financial.
And that crashes because that's actually bullshit. Is that people can have really messed up financial and still create a singing career. So it's not a good enough excuse. It's a good excuse, but it's not the excuse. It's not a good enough excuse to hold her back. So let's leave that for a second and just check the next level, because we can drill down deeper and go to a next level, maybe shed some light on what would help her. So there's the emotional points that I like to check, and we'll see if any correlate with what's holding her back from maybe really going to the next step with singing. So here's a fear point, here's anger, here's grief.
Oh.
Grief goes.
Oh. Whoops.
Here's worry. Here's relationship to self, which means different things to different people. And here's a regret point. But grief showed up. Big time. And she can feel it. I can feel it when I touch her. That's what I mean. Like you can, like I feel like a wave of grief when I just touch that point. And there's different types of grief. There's the grief of loss of a loved one. And that's the one that we all know about. Like you lose a family member and that's something you grieve over. But there's also another real powerful one, which is the grief of where your life is at this point. It's how we grieve for ourselves, because we say, you know, my life is kind of fucked up. I made it to this age, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted to. And if you think about it, that grief could be more powerful than the death of a loved one, because we have to live with ourselves. And so let's just see which one it is. Is it grief towards, say, self? Just say the word self.
Self.
Or grief of a loved one. Say loved one.
Grief of loved one.
So there's something there with loved one. Can you just say the person's first name if you think of that person?
There's a long list.
Just say one.
Joe.
So that's really weakening. So that's something, and how long ago was that, did that happen with Joe?
07.
07. So that's still really, really powerful for you still. Yeah. Did Joe either represent someone in your life that had either support for you in your creativity
Yes.
or not support for your creativity?
Yes.
So you really miss that support. And so on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm sorry. Should we keep going or? Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, her grief, if it was totally resolved, would be a 10, and 0 means it's crashing. Her grief is a 1, it's like a 1. So it's really heavy and thick. And then the part of the life path and not going forward, that resistance in the life path is also a very weak number. So this grief, this unresolved grief, has, and we already learned because she just shared it with us. Again, it wasn't like some psychic, you know, that I pulled it out of her. I just asked her. But it's still equally as powerful to just have this reveal and get to the heart of the matter, get to the core of key issues in just a matter of minutes of talking with someone. And that's what's great about this technique, is that it helps people unfold some stuff rapidly. But that grief that's unresolved, because it was a person in her life that supported her so much, is also what's hanging her up from really blossoming into her creativity at this point in her life. It's lung, heart, thymus, thyroid, a little bit of thyroid, meaning, I'll come back to that, don't worry. Blood quality, circulation, stress showed up. So far, do you remember? We had thyroid show up and stress. I'll do it one more time. Heart, lung, heart, thymus, thyroid, a little bit of thyroid. Blood quality, like anemia, that's what that means. Circulation, and this is a stress reflex I use, it crashes. Keep going. Liver, gallbladder, stomach, pancreas, spleen, right kidney, left kidney. Hold your arm strong. It's not the kidney, it was the adrenals. Adrenals sit right on top of the kidneys. If you look at the name adrenals, if you look at an old Gray's Anatomy, it used to be called suprarenals. Super means superior to in location. So the kidneys are back here, about this high up, as high as you could reach your hand. And on top of the kidneys are these little glands, adrenal glands. They sit superior to the kidneys, or the adrenals, the adrenals. And they are a stress gland. They secrete all sorts of hormones, but when her body is overworked and overstressed, they begin to fatigue after a while. And when you have adrenal fatigue, you can't manage your stress anymore. So we all have stress, but is stress what's killing us? You know, is stress what's beating us up? And so she has some stress that's beating her up right now. So we went, here's the colon. So I come up the ascending, transverse, descending colon, sigmoid colon, holding strong. The belly button, show me where your belly button is. Okay, so that's a yeast reflex, just below is virus reflex. Here's, and I don't even have to get touching there, because remember, I can go right into our energy field. There's ovary, bladder, uterus, all good. Breast tissue, fine. Teeth. Do you have anything going on dental on the top here? Do you see how that goes weak?
It did.
Yeah. So that's not totally healed yet. This side's fine, but it was up here, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? And here's brain, feels good. So tell everybody you have a good brain.
Have a good brain.
So on the thyroid, on a scale of 1 to 10, is a 1, 2, 3, and the stress is a 0. Now the heart, on a scale of 1 to 10, is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the heart is what everything should test like. Not her heart, I knew it was going to be a 10, because when I went over it, it felt really strong. So everything should be a 10, but we have the stress at a 0 or a 1, definitely not a 10, and we have the thyroid, what was the thyroid, like a 3-ish? So here's a product. So this is how you, this is that original technique I learned up in Glens Fall that year, 14 or 15 years ago, but you'll take a nutrient. So this is an organic thyroid tissue product, and you hold it near here, and we'll see if the arm changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Without it, it's a 1, 2. It crashes. So this would be a good product for her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's really good. Here's one more meridian that I sometimes check, which is hormone balance. And that crashes down here at the conception vessel. CV12 and CV6, which are acupuncture points, go weak. But all the way up here, it's all strong. And I come down to these hormonal balance. And so I don't want to embarrass her, but she probably also sees little changes there too. So there's a product that I might use for that, which is a natural progesterone cream. But just hold this near your body. And as I come down, the arm will stay strong the whole way, because her body likes that. Keep your arm up a little bit more, and it stays strong. So, and here's another one. This is a female hormone balance herb, because I think you need more than one product. And here's thyroid. You need this one also. So now we'll come back to the thyroid. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the conception vessel points are all strong now. And then the stress point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is much better. So she would really do well with these products. Come in next week, you can get them. But let's check her heart of the matter points now, okay? But that's kind of fun though, right? Just to see.
And it's what I knew.
Yeah? So it was accurate?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's do the 3 worries. So does she worry about health? Does she worry about relationships? Does she worry about life path? So it doesn't mean she doesn't worry about the other thing, but let's just see if it's a worry about her friends. Is it a worry about a love relationship? Is it a worry about family? Could that be true? Let's do it again. So it's friends. Hold your arm strong. Friends, love life, family. One more time. Let's do it with your hand and the hand mojo. Just, oh, you knew how to do it. Good. So it's friends, family. It just goes family. So I don't believe her when she says it's not her family. So let's dig a little deeper. I don't need to know the relationship. Just give me a name.
Lisa.
And keep your arm strong. And give me another name.
Charles.
Good. Who's Charles?
My brother.
And how's your relationship with him? Little rocky?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. So say my relationship with Charles is fine.
My relationship with Charles is fine.
It isn't. Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
How do you feel about that?
Go ahead and post your arm.
So some people don't want to be in a relationship, and some people do want to be in a relationship, right?
Yes.
So you're kind of ready to be in a relationship?
Yes.
Good. So is there anything you need to tell Charles to heal that up?
Yeah.
What?
I have to tell him
It's strong. Keep going.
how important he is to me.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah, I do.
He doesn't get that, does he?
He doesn't notice it.
Yeah. So what would you tell him specifically about that?
I would tell him that I feel replaced. His girlfriend is now his best friend, and I used to be his best friend.
Ooh, that's sad.
Yeah.
So you have maybe some emotions around that. So let's see about that. So there's fear, there's anger, there's grief. There's grief around that. So you really miss him, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is relationship to self, and this is regrets. Grief on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 1, 2, 3. So you're grieving that a little bit, that
Yeah.
loss of that relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Because you got to do it, or it's going to hold you back.
Yeah,
So do you really want to be an actor?
yeah,
And that goes really strong. So you're willing to make a shift on how you feel about yourself to have your life really go forward.
yeah,
Yeah, I believe that too. So that's the work you have to do.
yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.